The Burden of Sunflowers, Love Story for Queer Boys in the City by Zachary Hug. Prologue. The apartment of a young gay couple in a major American city. A poster on the wall of a film noir entitled The Burden of Solitude. In this poster exists Vivian and her gang of lumpy multi-genre chorus kids. Helen, Chip, Moose, and Cathy. Teddy is asleep on the floor, naked under a sheet. Todd is getting dressed for work, both in their early 20s. From the poster, a woman speaks.
You know the type. You've met them. People you wonder about who don't ever really penetrate your circle of friends. Charming. Able to be in a room with just about anyone and remain a bit of a mystery. Always seem to have big things cooking in other parts of the world. I didn't know he played the piano at all, you might say. One of the people that large American cities are full of. The one putting on the tie, this is Todd Bennett. What's your guess? Go on. Make a decision. He's a date rapist. He's a cop. He's an out-of-work actor. He is not. Todd is a curator's assistant at one of those institutions responsible for the big art. You know what I mean, the pretty stuff. The naked boy on the floor should suggest the relationship. Or at least conjure an image. Who are they, these men in the apartment? Who's the naked boy? Use your imagination. Look at him. Look at how Todd looks at him. Is he a prostitute? Is he Todd's brother? Good Lord, is he dead? He is not any of those things. That's Teddy. This being a major American city, you should take it for what it looks like. Teddy is buck stark craving mad naked under that sheet. You'll probably not see the goods.
That will do, Helen.
This story takes place in that time of year we all wait for throughout the winter. The day when we can go to work without wearing a coat, when the street goes through that marvelous transition from crazy people to crazy shirtless people. When they plant the municipal flowers, when the squirrels kick back and forget where it was if they had buried their stuff. That time of year.
Teddy jolts off the floor and stands with the sheet about him.
Scene 1. Todd and Teddy are perfect.
Whoa, cut it out. That's ridiculous, and I'm not going anywhere. Everybody run. It's a horrible, monstrous sandwich, and it'll cut you and hit you and...
Hey!
Nothing. Or I'm asleep.
Are you okay?
Hi.
Good morning.
Oh, Todd, it was a horrible sandwich. Huge and really mean. And there was this puppy who couldn't understand me, but he was the only one who knew how to handle these sort of things. And he was just an idiot. He had a glass eye and a hook. He drank a lot of beer.
Well, you had a rough night.
I did. Why do you look so serious?
Do I?
Yeah, the eyebrows, you look lonely.
I'm not lonely.
I know, you look it.
How's that?
Better.
What time is it?
Time for you to go to the coal mine for your wages.
The coal mine full of contemporary art.
Whatever. Let's make out first. I'm still very sleepy and nubile and a real tiger in the sack.
Thank you, but I have to. Stop it, Teddy. You're just going to be charming and smile, and then you're going to do that thing.
You love that thing. You're obsessed with it.
I'm trying to get over it. Stop it, Teddy. No, my ears will turn red and my pants won't fit right all day.
Fine. Go live in your banal 9-to-5 world. I've got things to do anyway.
Like what?
Well, for instance, the cigarettes need smoking. Not going to smoke themselves, are they?
Probably not.
Although
maybe.
And I have to water the plants. Or not water them. Do you think that there could be something wrong with them? It's the queerest thing. I read to them and talk to them and treat them like pets, and they're all sick. They look terrible. especially the sunflower. Look at it. It grew so fast and then it looks terrible. They all do. Like they've all got malaria or some kind of really bad little plant clap or something. I don't know what's wrong with me.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Maybe that's what's wrong with me.
You're perfect. Stop it.
And mostly naked here all day long while you're gone. I'm just saying. And when you come home, even though you know that I'll be here, you still come home and say, Teddy! What's nice about that is you say it's like you need me. Give me a kiss and run along.
Kiss yourself. I'm late.
Did you have breakfast?
No,
Here, I made you some sunflower seeds.
you made them.
Sure, yes, I made them.
Goodbye, Teddy.
I love you, Todd.
I know. It's never easy, is it? I love you too, Teddy.
Todd exits. There is music. The film noir poster comes to life. It is led by the eldest and most predominant character, Vivian.
Okay, let's get over dramatic.
Scene 2, Chorus of Victory.
Take a leg, sister. We haven't got all day. Collect your things and let's go.
I'm sorry, I seem to have forgotten your name,
I've never told you my name.
which would suggest then that we haven't been properly introduced. I'm Teddy.
That's a peculiar name. Teddy. What are you, a prize fighter or a drag racer?
I'm sort of a twink.
Cute. How about a drink? Scotch if you have it. I want you to watch this, gang. It's common to the fruity ones. You get more resistance. Often they're never told what they are. I want you to pay careful attention because it can get a little tricky. And if you keep your yap shut, you might learn something. It might save you the trouble from having to drag them away with some lame plot point like a rabid dog or a car accident. Teddy, do you know why we're here?
I live here.
I see. Do you know how you got here?
Who are you?
I'll ask the questions.
I'll withhold the beverages.
You're not nearly as dumb as you look.
I hold my own.
This is all quite nice. Love the... Well, the place is really something, isn't it? Smells like sleeping boys. What is that smell? Where does it come from?
Use your imagination.
Tell me something, Teddy. Do you remember when you met your, what's his name? I don't see what there is to be cagey about.
Well, who's being cagey? You show up here and dance around my apartment when I haven't even gotten stoned yet, and then make unreasonable demands about who I am? Now, there are ways people go about greeting one another, and you've broken all of those rules, and that's simply bad manners.
Take it easy. I hear slaps are good this time of morning. Teddy, I'm an incredibly busy and important woman, and I don't have time to argue with you about your de-installation.
What are you even talking about? Have I died very suddenly? Are you death? Are these minions?
Hi.
Hello, minions.
Cathy, now for God's sake, don't go simple on me. Pull yourself together, Teddy. I'm not the angel of death. Yet. But that job isn't the easiest to get. Now you listen, pal, that boyfriend of yours has a secret, and I suggest we all come clean about it. A man, no matter what type of man he is, should never lie to himself about how things actually are.
What is that? Poetry?
Don't push me, bub.
I'm fairly certain that you have an actual name.
Vivian.
Thank you.
Sit down, princess. If you do this right, you can help him. But you're going to need to trust me.
Help him do what?
You really don't know, do you?
No. Wait. Yeah, no.
Kids!
The chorus, who have been listening with rapt attention, are terribly eager to perform.
Teddy, this is the gang. Gang, Teddy.
Hello, gang.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
Come here, gang. Now listen carefully. I want you to make like we're saving the high school or the orphanage or the military base or whatever the hell else you need to carry on the way that you do. You should introduce yourselves. And Stretch will be doing a show, some make-em-ups, and skits.
With scads and scads of live music?
No, Cathy, and stop asking. Scads of taped music, budget cuts, a lavish spectacle. Now, I know that up until now you've only practiced this, but I believe in each and every one of you. Except Cathy. A little. You go out there and you knock them dead, Helen.
Standard introductions. 5, 6, 7. Moose, take that gum out of your mouth. 5, 6, 7, 8.
The gang dances together a show that one might find at an amusement park. Each chorus member finds a moment within the introduction to introduce him or herself. These people are not dancers, but they've got a lot of heart.
Are you ready? Let's do it.
Hi, my name's Chip Weston. I'm a Scorpio. I like to smoke cigarettes and I'm kind of a show queen.
Hi, I'm Cathy Weston, Chip's sister. We're here against our parents' wishes. They're a stuffy pair of closet alcoholics who summer on the vineyard. But Chip and I, we are never going back. Isn't that right, Chip?
That's right, Cathy.
Hey there, my name is Moose. I'm a chorus person, born and raised in Brooklyn, Bay Ridge, and all right, look, I know what you're thinking. He's dancing, he's got those dippy shoes on. It takes a strong man to admit that he prays to the God that is Fred Astaire. I came to dance, Teddy. That doesn't mean I sleep with men.
They call me Helen. My friends call me Hellcat. I've got a fabulous pair of legs and an even more fabulous ass. And I don't necessarily go out for just any stage door Johnny. I put in my time and I can choose to be just this side of selective. You know the type. Me. The kind you watch out for when you see me in the village at 3 a.m. on a cell phone and I'm like, hi, daddy.
And together, we're
The Burden of Sunflowers, Tuesday morning electric sex, solid gold, wiggle your ass flat out until dawn. Dancers.
The dance continues. Lead us to our next scene.
Scene 3, Battle of Salamis.
This is the museum. Todd is on the floor, checking labels. Teddy is sculpture. John Donahue's young Sophocles leading the chorus of victory after the Battle of Salamis.
Art museums, the big ones, are places where you hear people use the very best kind of adjectives. Why, she's so bland, she's almost boring. It's fantastic. They toss them off like minks. Pedophilia is very chic right now. These are the places where beauty is kept protected from water damage and wind damage, people putting their grubby little fingers into the butt cracks of the sculptures, dropping sandwiches on contemporary art that one mistakenly assumes is actually just a chair. These institutions, run by our nation's most desperately overeducated, are places where art is handled very carefully, as if it contains some certain brand of voodoo. An attraction so rare that it should be protected even from dust. The objects and pictures that hold within them the power to overwhelm us with our own emotion. This is where Todd works. Now, this next part about the sculptor, this is a true story, so pay attention. The sculpture is called Young Sophocles Leading the Chorus of Victory After the Battle of Salamis. I'm not kidding. It's 12 words in the title. It's by an American sculptor named
John Donahue, who was inspired by reading the French historian Plumetre, who wrote in fantastic detail of Sophocles leading a chorus of naked young men through the streets after the Battle of Salamis. The Athenians, the good guys subjectively, are surrounded by Xerxes, the big guy, the head of the Persian navy. So they take a quick look around, pick up things that are just lying around, and just start slashing away on boats. Now, Xerxes realizes that the most courageous warrior, the one who has just battered away at skulls for hours and is still, lusty about it, is a woman. Artemisia of Caria. Xerxes sees this and says, as he lay dying a gruesome, gutless death, "My men have become women and my women men."
Wow.
Cool, huh?
Yes, very.
It's missing something.
Yes.
Such as?
Providence? The whole Donahue tortured artist bit? The story of the sculpture is really not the story of the Athenians. It's more of a...
Yeah, but what do you want for spending 15 minutes on the internet? I'm a goddamn Andrew Mellon postdoctoral curatorial fellow. I can say whatever I damn well please. Take hotbot.com, take that, Andrew Mellon. Pew, pew.
How much coffee have you had?
Lots and lots and lots. What are you doing here?
Looking for grammatical errors in museum labels.
Oh my God. Oh, that sounds awful. Looking for grammatical errors in museum labels. I would rather be touching my finger to my bare eyeball than doing that. Listen to it, it sounds so boring. Looking for grammatical errors in museum labels. Why are you doing that?
You asked me to.
I did, yes. Well, you're moody, and I hate that. I don't know what to do with you when that happens. What's the matter? Who peed in your Wheaties, huh? Who shit in your doorway?
Nope. Found one.
Really?
Yes. There.
I.e.?
Y apostrophe R-E.
I hate that.
Me too.
I'm going upstairs. I really just came down to check on you. There's more about the guy who sculpted this, and I learned it years ago, and I just can't remember.
He's the suicide.
Oh, right. Yeah, that guy. Ew. Ew. I'm going upstairs. No sulking. Sorry about the boring job, but that ought to learn you, youngin'.
It's sort of peaceful.
Ugh, hippie.
Sylvia exits.
All right, now listen up because this part is very important. This is Todd at work, but what we have not shown you for reasons of our own is what happened on the way to work this morning. Todd enjoys the public transportation, but between the time that he left his home and got the train, something happened. Something that will forever change Todd's life. Maybe. Something peculiar. Something very queer.
The scene shifts to present Todd walking to work, nibbling sunflower seeds. He walks past a door with an intercom, a voice coming from it.
Todd, walking along the street, business as usual.
Hello? Anybody outside? Come on, there's millions of people in this city. Hello?
Business as usual changes.
Hi?
Hey, can you help me?
Maybe. Where are you?
I'm trapped in the building, the red one, the one right in front of you.
Oh.
The doorknob to my apartment came off in my hand, and I'm locked in.
Oh, gosh.
Todd walks over to the voice box and begins a conversation with the man inside.
Yeah, I need someone to let me out. I'm running pretty late.
Don't you have a super?
He's a junkie. I couldn't get a hold of him. Do you have a minute?
Uh-huh.
I can buzz you in, but I should... Who are you?
Todd.
Hi, I'm Hardy.
Hello.
Hi. Have you ever been convicted of a felony?
No.
Anything wrong with you?
I forgot to brush my teeth. Anything wrong with you?
I'm from Canada. What do you do for a living?
I work On the moon. Do you?
Second floor.
Todd enters the building.
Hello? Ted?
Todd.
Sorry. I'm in here. I think if you turn the knob from out there, it might pop the lock open, but you shouldn't
Right.
really.
The doorknob comes off in Todd's hand.
Pull too hard.
Right. That didn't go as well as it should have.
Never does.
It came off. The knob.
Fantastic.
Now what do we do?
I'm all out of guesses.
Do you have a landlord I could call?
I called him. He told me to go fuck myself.
That's direct. Maybe if you kicked it?
I tried that already. It opens in. Oh, maybe if you kicked it.
Oh, no. I'm not much of a kicker. I'm kind of a sissy, actually. But are you hungry?
Beg your pardon?
I have seeds.
You what?
Sunflower seeds. If you're hungry, I can slide them under the door.
I am hungry, Todd. Thank you.
I can slide them right under. Or wait, no, through the hole. Hey, I can see your eye.
Oh, hey. I can see yours too. Hi.
Hi. Here.
Todd pushes seeds through the door. Hardy sits on the floor and watches them fall, eats them, is charmed.
You always carry these?
No, often I buy them at a store. I used to get the salted kind, but then I realized that if I ever got tired of eating them, I could plant them. So I started buying real ones instead.
How many have you planted?
Just one.
I didn't think they really grew in the city.
Not well, no.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
There's one in my apartment. That's not doing so well.
They're sort of finicky if you're raising them inside. You should plant one next to it. They grow better next to each other. No one knows why.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice, actually. I thought about that. I just never do you work with flowers?
No, I read too much.
Oh. Should I get a locksmith for you?
I already called one. I just thought it might be faster to try to get someone off the street.
Faster. Certainly more dangerous. Listen, I'm running a little late, so it was nice to meet you. I should really.
You want to have lunch?
Beg your pardon?
I could meet you for lunch. If you eat lunch.
I do. I work downtown is the only thing.
So do I.
Oh.
Nothing fancy. Just I don't know, a hot dog or something.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Okay. Sure, wait, no. I mean, yes. Yes. I will go, sure.
So, yes. Okay, good. There's a hot dog stand by
The museum.
museum. Yes. What do you look like?
Oh, you know, average. I've got like 5 or 6 cold sores.
Nice. Good. Well, then I'll meet you there with my parole officer. We'll be dressed the same. We always do it, so.
Well, I can't wait to meet him. I'll how's 1 o'clock?
I get a break at 1:30.
1:30 then. I'll see you at the.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks for the seeds.
Oh, you're welcome.
Todd leaves the sunflower seeds in the hallway next to the door and goes to work.
Busy action on stage, rebuilding of the museum. Moose continues.
So he's at work, having had this bizarre experience on the way in, and he's just standing there, trying to take it all in. And it occurs to him, at home, there is Teddy, probably just lying around naked, and he's just taking a bath, so he's clean, but he's, he's sweating.
Would you just...
So he looks to the nearest approximation and...
Addressing the sculpture represented by Teddy.
Hey, you just came down to visit? Teddy, that's darling. Did you bring me a sandwich? Good for nothing. If you did anything all day, I'd bring you a sandwich.
Who are you talking to?
Hi.
What are you doing?
Nobody. Nothing. I
didn't mean to embarrass you.
You didn't embarrass me. I was I thought that talking to statues would keep them clean. I'm not embarrassed. Sylvia, would you stop? Look, I'm not feeling well.
The hell you say? What's the matter?
I'm a junkyard.
Oh, for heaven's sake, you're speaking in code. Here, take this. I want you to run across the street and get yourself a cappuccino. And get me one. I'll meet you outside on the bench at 12:55. That's 5 minutes, Buster. Get a move on. Go to Starbucks. Go directly to Starbucks.
Sylvia.
Todd, I won't have it. Not in the museum. This is a place of business, and I'm dying for a cigarette and some coffee. Move it along now. Get your little ass a moving. Go on. Get darn youngin'. Mima's got some work to do.
Todd exits. Sylvia is alone. She eyeballs all of the statues.
Now, the weird part is that even though Todd and Hardy live in separate neighborhoods that are far removed from this one, they both work on the same block. And get this, they know each other.
Can I ask any questions yet?
Not yet.
Music begins, like clockwork. A dance number illustrating the jobs of this course. Teddy has led off stage. Cathy plays a locksmith who comes to the aid of Hardy. Hardy cannot pay her and so gives her a bag of sunflower seeds. Hardy rushes off to work. Helen and Moose set up the coffee shop. Chip is a customer in line. Hardy and Todd enter the scene at the same time. Todd opens the door for Hardy. What is clear is that Hardy and Todd have had crushes on each other for quite some time. Both are too silly to speak to one another. A lovely dream ballet moment where Todd and Hardy dance together, shattered by the nagging of Helen as customer. At the end of the song, Sylvia is seated on the bench, a planter of some variety next to her. Cathy bums a cigarette from her, gives her the bag of sunflower seeds. Sylvia takes them and places them in the planter. Todd enters with coffee.
Scene 4. The imagination is enormously powerful.
A bench outside the museum. Sylvia is sitting and waiting.
Hi, Sylvia.
No. Hi, Sylvia here. Start talking. Spill it. Where's my... Thank you. Start your gums to flapping. Spill it, Mary.
I'm a train wreck.
What is this use of language? You're a train wreck. You're a junkyard.
I don't know. Do you ever feel like your entire personality has just split into two distinct...
Okay, calm down. Drink that. Take a big drink. Good. Now take a deep breath. Take another sip. Okay? Good. Now take another deep breath.
I have a date for lunch.
Oh my God. Is that really it? Oh, it's not the boy from the coffee place, is it?
No, it's a date for a hot dog.
Is this lingo I'm unaware of?
Today in the museum, I was talking to Teddy.
Who's Teddy?
My boyfriend.
There is a boyfriend. I knew it.
Not a real boyfriend.
Fine, someone you have sex with.
No, just shush. Could you just listen? Sit down. I'll tell you the story. You just can't be so brash right now. You can't be my boss. You're the only person I know well enough to tell this to.
That's true. You're right. That's pathetic.
Promise me you won't think I'm insane.
Or slutty.
Insane mostly.
I promise nothing. Go on with your strange tale.
We met in kindergarten.
The gang creates a kindergarten classroom, Vivian as the teacher, dressed as a nun.
Shh. Class, calm down. G. G. Like drinking water. Drinking water. Drinking water. G. 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 G is G.
Drinking water.
What a god.
Good.
I bet you I can throw this penny across the room and not get caught.
Quiet. You're going to get me in trouble.
Teddy throws the penny across the room.
Todd,
It wasn't me.
I want all of you children to calm down. You're overstimulated.
Overstimulated.
Do you hear me? Now, H. Huh. Like out of breath. Out of breath. Huh. Huh. Huh.
Out of
breath.
uh,
Do you want to come over my house after school?
No,
Why not?
because you have a creepy family and you smell like shoes. Yeah, okay, I'll come over.
Music begins. The gang shuffles to a high school dance. Helen plays the object of Todd's affection, though she is eventually conquered by Moose.
Years later, the high school dance.
Go ask her to dance.
Dude, shut up.
She's right over there.
I don't want to ask her to dance. You ask her.
She never even looks at me. She looks at you.
I don't want to dance with her.
You want to dance with me?
No.
Okay.
Do you dance?
No.
I could teach you.
Now?
No. At home.
Okay.
Pas de deux. This one, much sweeter, involving a good part of history of Teddy and Todd. They try to dance, get into a shoving match, and end up dancing beautifully together. Carefully, dreamlike, and sweet. High school boys falling in love. Teddy touches the back of Todd's head. Shock and revelation. They don't kiss. They back down, but it's all been established.
years later, the present. This is how it normally goes.
Teddy, hey, I'm home.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Making you a sandwich?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go wash your hands. You were on the train. There are germs.
Todd exits. Teddy plays with the sandwich.
Hello, sandwich. Hello, Teddy. How are you? I'm delicious. You are? Yes. You want to lick me? No, sandwich. Don't be absurd. But I am so delicious, scrumptious even.
Do you get cuter every day?
Most days, yes. Sometimes I have tasks.
You want to take a shower?
Yes.
After the sandwich.
You hear that, sandwich? Bite me, Teddy. You are a mean sandwich. Ravage me like the little dirty sandwich I...
Teddy eats the entire sandwich, laughing.
Hit the showers.
I love him. You should absolutely not have lunch with the boy you met this morning. I forbid it, in fact. He is charming.
He's imaginary.
He's what?
He's imaginary. He's my imaginary friend.
Okay. I'm going to need a cigarette for this. Wait, what? Okay, Teddy, the gallant hero. He's swept you off your feet in high school and come to find out he's not real.
Don't be dramatic about it.
Do you see how this sounds just this side of crack to me? Isn't it a little late in the game to be bringing in the imaginary friend?
Imaginary boyfriend.
Right, imaginary boyfriend.
It's not crazy. I made up a boyfriend. Look, being gay in high school means that you find yourself doing all sorts of unspeakable things to horny teenage boys. And not only can you not talk about it, but they still won't kiss you. So...
Made up someone who'd kiss you?
No, we don't kiss.
Why not?
He's imaginary.
I see. What kind of advice are you looking for here?
I met a boy this morning. I mean, he asked me to have lunch with him, and I want to, but Teddy, I don't want to hurt him.
I have no point of reference for this. Todd, go on a date. Twit. Go to one lunch, and if this guy doesn't push 8 of your 10 buttons, go on a date tomorrow with someone else.
Do you, what? No. Do you understand what kind of freaks I've gone out with?
Chip and Moose become a series of Todd's former dates.
My sister was abducted by aliens. It's all right. She's back now. She doesn't talk about it much.
I'd like a glass of milk and pancakes and a plate of bacon, but on a round plate. I'm on a special diet. All I can eat is round food or food on a round plate.
I really embraced masculinity. I even bought a tractor, and then I realized that masculinity is more about being just so scared all the time, so I said, fuck that. I'm a power bottom.
She's resplendent. Sometimes a tad churlish, but Mother is a Capricorn, and you know how they can be.
Being gay is definitely genetic. Like baldness. Or liver cancer.
I'm straight, but I'm not narrow.
And I told him the only 2 things I'm good at are math and blowjobs. And I am not in the mood to do math.
What do you think of Daddy's titties?
When are you going to let me eat your boy pussy?
And they were all sort of astonished that I even considered it. I mean, who cleans out their entire bank account to follow Cabaret on its national tour? Me, that's who. You know something? I don't care. I love musical theater. When I'm sitting in the audience, I can just feel lit. You know, I can just feel it going straight through me and lifting me up and saying, you, Brad, you are a bright and shining light, full of love and hope and joy. Oh, and you can take flight, Brad. Oh.
Any weird, scary wingnut within 20 miles, they flock to me.
Out of mutual admiration, Todd, you have an imaginary boyfriend and you're in your early 20s. You think that's any less weird than alien abductions? Nobody's perfect, but nobody's all that way terrible. Even Ohio is beautiful in spring.
You're missing the point.
What? Oh, poor me. Poor young cute me. I'm a fairy in the big city and I don't like any of the other fairies. There's a name for these things. They're called quirks. Everyone has at least 5 or 6. Some people's are just more stupid or disgusting than others.
Don't yell at me.
I'm not yelling. I'm being forceful. I'm all for having a rich inner life, Todd. But a rich inner life is for people too afraid to live a real one. Again, Ohio. You have the choice between a perfect relationship in which one of you is imaginary or perhaps meeting someone.
Which is easy for you to say. It's all worked out fine for you, hasn't it? You have a PhD and a husband. You can afford the luxuries of sanctimony. Straight women who get married? It's almost an insult.
I I beg your fucking pardon. Don't attack me, you little prick. Marriage is not absurd. It's a pretty serious choice to make. And just because you make it doesn't mean that you stop wanting things or that things don't scare you. There's still more to it's not as simple as you're making it sound.
The idea that we find the one person we want to spend the rest of our lives with is genuinely absurd. And frankly, it's for straight people. It's insane to have an imaginary friend. Based on what? On the hope that I'll find someone I want to spend more than 24 hours with? That's Teddy. I can keep Teddy forever. I have no real intention of giving him up so that I can batter away at countless loons with daddy issues and drug problems and too much money.
Well, whoop-de-shit, Todd, you're going to spend your life with someone who doesn't exist. At least my husband is real. He's an object, something that has mass and that can kiss me, for crying out loud. What do you have? Sculpture that you can talk to? Pretend to fall in love? It's snobbish and it's homophobic. And I think you should date yourself, which in fact you are doing.
Forget it. Forget it. I'm sorry I said anything.
So am I. You know what? Go home. Go on your lunch date. Go home to your stupid imaginary friend. Go off and figure it out. And when you come back to work, you will find me in the lower Arpitello galleries with the Donahue statues, most likely not having a conversation with it.
Sylvia exits. Todd is alone. Moose enters.
All right, who's good with both plants and miracles? You take this one, Moose. The rest of you get inside the museum and wait. You know what to do. I'll handle Teddy and Todd. Go. Go! We're running out of time.
Yeah, sorry about that, Helen.
Fuck off, Moose.
Red Hots, get your Red Hots, wieners, pressed meat, sausages. Now's your chance to eat every part of the pig, even the faces. Delicious, delicious pressed pig faces in a tube.
Good Lord, Ron. You're never going to sell them that way.
Hey, shut up. It's truth in advertising, and you eat them every other day.
Because they're cheap and right outside.
Red Hots, get your Red Hots. You want mustard?
No. Not today. I don't really want one today. What time is it?
About 1:30. Just after you got someplace to be?
Home. Yeah, home. Thanks, Ron.
Todd exits. Hardy enters just behind.
Hey, pal, you want a hot dog?
Maybe. And I'm supposed to meet someone. I'm not sure he's coming. You haven't. Has anyone been?
Depends. What does he look like?
I don't know. Cute, probably.
Todd.
You know him?
Yeah, I know him. He works inside there. You get your regulars. You know how it is. He was here, but he went home.
Oh. Right, okay. Thanks anyway.
Hardy goes to exit. Moose produces a sunflower in the flower pot.
You want a hot dog, buddy?
Hardy turns back, looks at Moose, then at the flower pot.
No, well.
What?
That was always there.
You didn't notice?
No, I guess not.
Well, you gotta look for him. Takes patience.
You said he works inside the museum?
Downstairs, yeah.
Thanks.
No sweat, pal. You take care.
Hardy exits into the museum. Moose is pleased with his efforts.
Scene 5. John Donahue.
Sylvia enters, leading the audience on a tour of the museum. The gang are dressed and seem to be members of the Board of Trustees. Hardy enters shortly behind after Sylvia.
This way. Hi, over here. Okay, this is an early 20th century piece by John Donahue. It's entitled Young Sophocles Leading the Chorus of Victory After the Battle of Salamis. Long title. Donahue was interested in the abstract, ideal beauty of form, of athletes' outward perfection. It's cast in bronze. It was modeled in 1885, originally intended for marbler, but it was cast in bronze in 1915 by a foundry in Rhode Island.
Why is that?
Why is that? Why is that? Well, nobody's really sure, and it's actually not so important. What's important is that
Bronze is cheaper than marble. Bronze is cheaper than marble.
so there you go. Thank you. Moving on.
Now, this was, you'd say, his masterpiece?
Yes.
No.
Again, conflicting theories about Donahue's work. Doubtless what this gentleman is referring to is a much later sculpture of Donahue's that was destroyed.
This one?
No, this one is okay. Another sculpture, it's called...
The Spirit.
The Spirit. Thank you.
It was his masterpiece, but it couldn't get an exhibition. And so it just...
Hi. This is a private tour for some members of our board. I'd be happy to meet with you for a tour of your own if you'd like. You can call the Department of American Art.
Sylvia.
Mrs. Edenbauer.
Don't. Not with the missus. I'm not. Please, it's Susan.
Susan.
I think I'd like to hear what the kid has to say about it. I did pay for it.
Right. I'm sorry. Who are you?
I work around the corner at the coffee shop, but I wrote a paper on Donahue in college. I took some art history.
Oh, good. I work here. I have a PhD, please.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to.
Please, go on. Stevenson here loves a good story.
That I do.
Boy, okay. Well, this piece is the one he's known for, the Sophocles. And it's beautiful, but he had always wanted to create something huge. Statue of Liberty huge. So, years after completing this, he gets this chance to cast something for the Chicago Harbor. And he goes to Rome to create it. And it was this enormous seated figure with a face that he said he wanted it to be a face lit by a full moon. It's sexy, right? And he wanted to keep a sense of stillness, of ponderous looking forward into an abyss, or Lake Michigan, as the case was to be. So anyway, it's really big.
So big, in fact, that the museum commissioned the USS Constitution to go and pick it up from Rome. And when they got there, he wasn't finished, which infuriated the museum. And
but he does finish it. 2 weeks later, he pays out of pocket to have another boat bring it to the States. And by this point, the museum doesn't want it. So without any place to go, this 30-foot sculpture arrives in America, and it sits on a dock in the Brooklyn Harbor for 3 months.
Until one day, 15 workmen were sent to chop it up and throw it in the harbor. And a couple of years later, he shot himself in Connecticut. Very sad. Moving on.
That's awful.
It is, but the story of John Donahue is an issue of lost art. Works on paper have been lost or ruined completely. Paintings would sink on boats. Those works are lost to us, and so, like it or not, they become nothing more than stories for art historians to weep over at Christmas parties.
It can be argued, though, it's not lost entirely.
But lost. The piece is in the water. The man's dead. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone. There's some great essays on Donahue that we have in our files.
Wait, listen. I really don't mean to interrupt, but what if this work that nobody saw and there are no recorded photos? What if it's the greatest work of art in the entire world?
God damn. That's heavy. And a really good point, yeah. What if it was?
Well, it's an interesting rhetorical, but you might as well ask what if Donahue had worked in a hat shop and never sculpted anything? We can't know about this piece. It's gone, so yes, we're left to imagine it, but an imaginary work of art is not a work of art. This one, Sophocles here, exists, and sculpture is not a medium based in idea, it's based in form.
But when the form is corrupted, or
Sylvia,
it's...
Yes, Susan.
I'm thinking. Go with me on this for a minute. So, you know that Edinburgh and I have this garden that wins awards and shit?
No, but please go on.
Well, every year, before I plant, I go through this. I picture in my head what the flowers are going to look like.
Uh-huh.
And I plant them. And sometimes they don't even come out of the ground. Sometimes the most beautiful flowers I grow get eaten by these fucking squirrels.
Well, that can happen.
Stevenson, don't touch that. It's priceless. Go look at the, Yep, there you go. She's sweet, really. Drunk. What I'm saying is that it's just... God, it's sad. All my planting ambitions and then nothing. And there I am the next year, standing in my garden like an asshole, with these hard, burdened, frustrated little seeds in packets, thinking to myself, is it even worth it? And again in my head, there's this perfect flower. So I plant again. And once every 4 years or so, I get this one flower that's just so much better than any daydream or, fancy of mine. But during the years where nothing grows at all, or that fucking dog with the eye patch goes trampling through the garden, do you know what sustains me?
Pottery?
Thinking up more flowers?
Exactly. Otherwise, I'm an abject failure. And like this poor, tortured sculptor, I'd be shooting myself in Connecticut.
Well, sure, but you wouldn't be a failure unless you stopped planting.
Or sculpting?
Or imagining. Say what you want about the imagination. It'll get you through the winter. And some people like the imagining a hell of a lot more than the actual doing.
I like those people.
So do I.
I don't.
Well, you're entitled. But then, you're a doer, aren't you? Susan Edenbauer.
Hardy Erickson.
That's a lovely name. Where are you from?
Canada.
Oh, mucklux. Shame. It was nice to meet you. This is my card. I'm on the board. I'm well funded. Give me a call. All right. What kind of crap you got back there?
Those are the Cornell boxes, which is where we're moving on to.
Cathy exits.
Thanks.
Joseph Cornell, American artist working after the French artist Duchamp, crafted a series of...
Sylvia exits. Hardy is left alone in the museum. He looks at the sculpture for a moment and exits. Back at the apartment, Vivian is in the poster. Todd enters, calling for Teddy, who is seated holding his little knees.
Scene 6. Love is fascinating.
Teddy, Teddy, it's all right. I figured out how you can come down to the museum every day. It's easy, actually. All you have to do is... What's the matter?
I'm thinking.
About what?
Vivian?
Who's Vivian?
You don't know?
I had an aunt, Vivian, but...
Something is happening. And I think I know what it is. See, she keeps telling me that it's time, and I think you're leaving me. Aren't you?
No, that's what I came to tell you. You don't, I don't have to.
What do you mean?
It's complicated and confusing, but it's hard to find the right way to talk about it.
I'm scared. There are all these things that I keep feeling like you want to say to me, and I don't want you to say them. Whatever they are. I want you to kiss me. We have known each other for 17 years. And you have never kissed me.
You really don't know, do you?
Know what? Everyone's said that today. You don't know? So I guess not. What?
Oh God, Teddy, I'm sorry. I thought you... I mean, I always assumed that there was a reason that you were here that didn't have anything to do with me.
I love you. That's the reason I'm here.
Well, Teddy, the thing is...
What? What's the thing? People always say that. That's the thing. Like the thing is something with mass that's sitting in the room. That's the thing they say. The thing is, whatever the thing is, Todd, it's a manageable thing.
Teddy.
Let's get married. Nothing fancy. A bed and breakfast run by some lesbians somewhere. We'll invite all of our friends, your friends. A tasteful gay wedding. We'll wear tuxedos, take lots of pictures that will hang in the study in 20 years when we retire to Sweden or Albuquerque. I was looking around when I got home today, Todd, and I found the recipe box. And we have an entire section devoted to macaroni and cheese. Listen, just listen, Todd. Just macaroni and cheese with bacon. Macaroni and cheese on Ritz crackers, macaroni and cheese with tuna, less successful. It says that on the card, less successful. I don't want you to give up on me. I want to marry you because I want to watch you come up with stuff for as long as I possibly can.
You're imaginary.
Todd, don't talk in metaphors. I don't... Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
I'm sorry. I thought you knew. You're my imaginary friend. That's the thing. That's why I can't kiss you. You aren't real.
Oh.
You never... Everyone else was terrible to me when I was a kid. And you were always...
That explains so much. I didn't even think I was gay until all of a sudden I... Wait. How... You didn't think to tell me that.
I'm telling you now.
That's a terrible thing to do to someone, imaginary or otherwise.
I didn't think... Where are you going?
That spooky lady from the poster came by this morning and told me that you had a secret and that I was supposed to come with her before I learned what it was. And now I know. And I suppose that it's time for me to go.
I want you to stay.
Todd.
Well, now you know. See, it's all out there. You can stay.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? I can't stay. That's ridiculous. I don't want to stay. I want to go away. I want to go away and pity you from a distance, Todd. Why would you? Why you think that? There are facts, and I love. You made me love those facts. The craving for peanut butter and jelly in the middle of the night. The way you brush your teeth really fast like some cartoon beaver. You quit and start and quit and start smoking again and again, and you create someone to love those things? That is pathetic. No, that is disgusting, and you didn't tell me. And that's cowardly. Stop crying, Todd. You don't get to. You lied to me. Stop crying. Stop it. You awful, sad, lonely faggot.
Teddy, please don't go. I don't want to be alone.
There's nobody else in this room, Todd. You're already alone.
Teddy exits. Todd is alone. He looks at the poster. Exits. Music begins. Hardy is back at work. Circus tricks and juggling. A spectacle of boy behind the counter. Keeping a good spirit about the whole thing, the gang enters. The dance continues. It's quite funny and involves every kind of miserable customer a coffee shop could ever experience. It stops abruptly and the gang become customers, milling about.
Large coffee, black
Large
lid.
Specific. That's good. Coming right up.
Don't be cute. I'm in a hurry.
Okay.
Scene 7, caffeine still legal in 50 states.
Black coffee.
I ordered a latte.
No, you ordered the black coffee.
I'm quite certain that I didn't. At any rate, be a friendly and efficient counterboy and whip me up a latte, won't you?
Latte coming right up.
Hold it.
Leave me alone.
Now don't upset yourself. It makes you unattractive. It's not such a big problem, truly. Don't take it so hard. Though you're kind always seem to. You mustn't worry your pretty little angel face over it.
I'm not worried, Vivian.
A brave little soldier. Strong, though slightly puckered chin in the face of death.
So that's it for me? I fade out, never to be seen again?
Oh, my dear, sweet, stupid boy. That depends entirely on you.
Tall latte.
Oh, could you take some of the foam off of that, please? I don't like the foam.
Well, there really isn't any on top of that.
Less foam and put wheels on it. Thanks.
Throw it at her. She's a monster.
Can't hear you. Not until Vivian decides he can.
How come he can hear you?
He just can. Get over it.
Look.
Teddy, come here. Listen. You're in really good hands. We're with the Department of Chance and Coincidence, and believe me, when she's rough with you, it means she likes you. We're interns, though, and this is all still sort of new, so if you start to distract us... Well,
Distract you? How would I even begin to...
Teddy, she knows what she's doing. She's renowned in the inner circles of SIF.
SIF?
SIF, the Society for Imaginary Friends. Rumor has it, she was Eleanor Roosevelt's imaginary friend. She's the best in her field, I promise you. Teddy, this has very little to do with you. This is about Todd. Getting you to leave was the easy part.
Well, that's what I am. An easy bet, a sure thing.
Don't be too hard on yourself, sweetheart. You did the best with the playmate you chose.
He chose me.
Did he?
Tall latte, less foam.
Oh, look at that. I've spilled it. Could you remake it for me?
Excuse me, is this going to take a long time? I'm kind of in a hurry.
I'll be right with you.
I don't have a second.
I'm doing the best I can.
And actually, I did say that I wanted a large.
You said tall.
Sure, but what does tall mean when you get right down to it?
I didn't invent the made-up coffee language. I just work here. I'm sorry. You're going to have to move to the back of the line now. I can't spend any more time serving you drinks that you're not going to drink.
I happen to know that the policies for this establishment call for friendly, efficient service.
Stop it.
Well, take it easy, and we'll see what we can do. Hi, what can I get for you?
I'd like something really complicated that uses as many of the machines as possible and takes about 20 minutes. Do you have anything for that?
Well, there's...
Funny little guy, isn't he? Harmless. I like him.
Is this your job? You terrorize people in the service industry?
Yes. Sometimes.
Leave him alone. He's just doing his job.
And I'm doing mine. Teddy, listen to me. This is Hardy. This is the one. The one for Todd. Say what you want about how unfair it is to you, Teddy, but these two are destined for something enormous. Or at least to support each other while they do amazing things. And their children have some pretty interesting things too. It's just very important that Todd meet Hardy.
So they can save the world together?
No. What a ridiculous expectation. People they know will save the world, but that's so much later. I've got less than 10 minutes for the two of them to meet each other, and in order to do that, Hardy has to be out of the store.
And you want me to help you?
Help me? What do I need help for? I'd like to speak with your manager.
He stepped out.
Oh, I see. And what is your name?
Hardy.
What kind of a name is Hardy?
It's Canadian. Now, I'm going to ask you, as reasonably as I can, to get out and never to come back.
Really? Oh, look, the coffee person's getting all indignant. Poor thing, burning himself out here among the beans. His fine arts degree didn't pan out, so he's got to take his aggressions out on everyday patrons. You people are all the same.
I'm sorry. Just who in the hell do you think that you are?
Yeah.
Okay, a little more patience from everyone, please.
We have actual lives to get on with.
What's the manager's name again?
An officious little twerp named Jimmy.
When does he come back?
Any second.
I'm on it.
No, wait. Teddy,
What?
I can't go ahead without more faith in you than I've got.
I wouldn't know what to...
Of course you do. Give it a shot.
Jetson!
Hardy.
Hardy, what's going on in there?
Jimmy, hi. Things are under control. I'm dealing with a series of difficult...
I leave the store for 10 minutes. I come back and find latte spilled. Why isn't this cleaned up?
Because you left the store during a rush and there was no one here.
Hardy. This job is to be taken seriously. Now, I hired you because I thought you were responsible, because you think inside the box. This is a very specific box, Hardy. I see now that...
I demand an apology.
Apologize to this woman.
No.
No.
The insolence! I will have your job by the end of the day.
You'll have my job? You never worked behind the counter, I bet.
You are on thin pal ice.
Do I look like I've worked behind a counter?
I don't know. You have that kind of faded glory look to you. The taxi dancer turned singer, maybe?
How dare you?
How dare you? You think this is all I do? This is all I will ever be for the 20 minutes you spend in here? No, this is a hat shop. What if? What if you worked in a hat shop and never sculpted anything at all?
Are you stoned?
Actually, yes, a little. Jimmy, you want my job? And take it. Help yourself.
Music to transition out. Hardy dances his way from the store in a triumphant display. The chorus, Teddy included, shake hands and exit behind him.
Scene 8. Homoerotic art is beautiful for straight people, too.
Sylvia is sitting alone in the gallery, books spread about her, dialing a cell phone.
Hi. Can I speak with Dan, please? It's Sylvia. Hi, thanks. Hey, it's me. Do you have 2 minutes? Okay. I manage art. I move it around, I decide where to display it, and I'm good at it. And then you and I bought a house together and decorated it with antiques and IKEA furniture. It was a project, and I think we did reasonably well. I know, and I agree. We're both busy and stupid and kill houseplants all the time, but I think I figured out what it is that scares me about the thing. I know, I agree. My assistant told me something stupid today, and then this other kid, and I forgot that I married you. No, wait, that's not what I mean. When I met you, I was in the museum, and you tripped over that Warner Reinstadt piece, and at that precise moment, oh God, I'm using phrases like precise moment. Hold on, let me regroup. Okay, the day I met you, I had been looking at this. Neil Landerfelder was installing a piece. It was a cloth woman made of feed bags and bottle caps. She was beautiful, and I was wearing that horrible pashmina, the purple one, and he asked, well, he didn't ask, but he took it off of me and draped it over her head, and it was, Dan, I can't tell you how beautiful it was. For 1 second, it was the most stunning thing I'd ever seen. I couldn't breathe. My eyes were filled with tears. I wanted to explode. And then suddenly he whipped the pashmina off of the woman, and this hideous little piece of sculpture was naked. It was shocking, and then there was this commotion behind me, and I turned around. You. And you're a lawyer. And an idiot sometimes. But you're here. And you want me, and you want us to... And I know I keep giving you a million reasons why it's such a bad idea, but Dan, yes, okay, fuck it. Let's have a baby, if that's okay. I know, I agree. Easier than I thought. Listen, I'm leaving here in about 10 minutes. I can meet you for dinner, unless you want me to cook. I know, I agree, okay? So then meet me at home. We'll order from Ed's, okay? Dan? I'm not afraid. I love you a lot. Twit.
She hangs up the phone, looks at the sculpture, turns to go. Hardy is there.
You're still here.
No, I'm back.
Oscar Wilde said that this statue of Sophocles was a piece of highest artistic beauty and perfect workmanship. And he's right. And so, look, I didn't get a chance to be of any help to you today. What I'm good at. Tell me your situation, and I'll suggest the best piece of art for you to stand in front of until you feel better.
What?
Take it or leave it. I'm very good at this kind of a parlor trick.
Okay. I was supposed to meet someone to buy him a hot dog and he stood me up.
Who were you supposed to meet?
I don't know. More of an idea of someone, I guess. I don't even know what he looks like, but he was nice to me.
Or perhaps he was late or had a bad day with his boss.
No, you don't understand. It's never that he's late. Doorknobs come off in my hand. I'm frequently splashed by buses passing through puddles. I work in well, I'm between jobs, but I'm getting a better one.
What do you do?
I sculpt.
Of course you do.
So, what piece do you suggest I look at for that?
Easy. Outside the museum, in front of the stairs, there are 2 benches. And people always think that they are just benches because that's what they look like, but they were actually commissioned for the World's Fair in 1893. The sculptor made them to make the front of the museum into a gathering place. He based them on the idea of the front porch as a place where ideas are shared, where an oral history is passed down. The expansion of one's experience in relation to, they're worth a look. One is usually blocked by this awful hot dog vendor, but go and have a seat. Wait until he comes. I'm Sylvia.
Party.
It's nice to meet you. There! We aren't strangers anymore! I'm going home. You take care.
You too.
And by the way, the card that Edenbauer gave you,
Yeah.
she's right. She's well funded. She's got a soft spot for sculpture. Give her a call.
Thanks.
Good night.
Sylvia exits. Hardy assumes the pose of the statue. Todd is alone in the apartment. He starts to water the sunflower. Teddy enters.
Scene 9. Grow up tall.
Hi.
You really don't think it's coming when you hear it. That you're imaginary. Filled in a lot of blanks, though. Mainly, I think this is why I like beets. Your mother would make beets almost constantly, like some awful vegan Medea, and I'd eat so many of them, and I don't even like them.
They were easier to swallow when you were eating them.
Those were awful.
I'm sorry about that. And all.
What are you going to do? So I don't exist. So what? A lot of people don't know. Kermit the Frog. Give it some thought. You know all about him, but...
Bob Barker turns out to be a cartoon.
Exactly. The Pope?
Jesse Helms.
Figment? Although Helms is real, he's just invisible. Every morning his wife hooks him up to this big machine and it fills him with the same stuff they make hot dogs out of.
Every morning?
It starts to smell after a while.
What am I going to do without you?
Don't be an idiot. I am you. Plus a collection of Laverne DeFazio and Bugs Bunny and Leonardo DiCaprio, Lauren Bacall, Phineas from A Separate Piece. Should I go on? Oh, geez. Todd, no.
Goes to the sunflower.
You have to take care of this. They die when you don't take care of them. Look at this. They don't like being alone. Find it another one.
It's too hard to find them in the city.
No, it's not. There's one right outside the museum, near the bench. There's that one, and there's this one. If the metaphor bit you, would you understand it? find it another one.
What happens to you?
I don't know.
I'll miss you.
No, you won't. I've seen what's coming. Go. Get.
I love you. I love you, Teddy.
I know. It's never easy, is it?
Todd goes to exit, but returns and almost kisses Teddy. He exits.
Cigarette?
Thanks.
You need a job.
I don't know. Do I?
Come on, pal. It's open season on miracles.
The chorus put together their big finale. Todd, sunflower in hand, retraces his journey from the previous morning. It is a journey for Hardy. Teddy finds Todd. They finally kiss. Hardy is on the bench looking at this pitiful little sunflower that's grown. Todd arrives holding a potted sunflower. Teddy orchestrates the meeting of Hardy and Todd. Both have flowers and look like idiots. They shake hands, introduce themselves. Sylvia passes. Moose and Helen are making out fantastically, sunflowers everywhere. Vivian and Teddy are seated atop the action, sipping coffee. A great build of music. The end.
Are you ready? Let's do it. I'm a Lamborghini. I'm a Hollywood star. I'm a little bit tipsy when I drive my car. I'm expensive sushi. I'm a cute, huge yacht. I'm a little bit single, even when I'm not. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit of la 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 la. A little bit of Lexus. La 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 la. A little bit of Lexus. La 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 la. A little bit of Lexus. Hide your diamonds, hide your exes. I'm a little bit of Lexus.